Okay, again. So, my question, what can you say about the song that we heard?
About
It
probability po.
is about probability po.
It's about probability. So, what do you think is our lesson for today?
Probability
Probability.
po.
So,
Probability
it's
po.
about probability. What do you think is probability? What is that in Tagalog? How do you define probability in Tagalog? Ano
Ah,
yan?
para pong posibilidad po.
Parang posibilidad.
Posibleng mangyari.
Mga
Posibilidad.
posibleng mangyari. Okay, pwede, di ba? Kanina nga, we talk about certain, possible, and impossible. And that is what what is probability all about. So pag sinabi nating probability, it is something that is likely to happen or will not likely to happen or is possible to happen. So yan yung tinatawag nating probability. In Tagalog, sabi natin, ito ay posibilidad na mangyari. Ayan, sabi nga, people deal with probability in real situation. Even the simplest decision carries some level of uncertainty. In choosing to study in this pandemic situation, for example, if you remember, di ba? So before they start off the class, maraming mga kuro-kuro or opinion na pwedeng hindi matuloy yung pasukan ngayong taon. And yet, andito tayo ngayon, nag-aaral tayo. Ano? Diba? Sabi nga, there will be at least the possibility to think that it is too risky to have the normal schooling or a challenge to accept for the new normal education or the fear in not able to adapt the new way. Pero sabi nga, di ba, when the class start on October, siyempre sinabi ng ating DepEd Secretary that education must not stop. It may continue. Kaya kahit na medyo mahirap yung sitwasyon natin in this pandemic, so nagtuloy pa rin tayo. It only shows that life has a lot of uncertainty. So hindi natin sigurado, di ba? So maraming nga nagsabi, hindi matutuloy yan. Wala munang pasukan ngayong taon na to. Pero ito, fourth quarter na tayo, di ba? Oftentimes, our decisions in life are done under condition of uncertainty. These are the probabilities of life. So, yan yung mga probabilities na masasabi natin. Sometimes, sabi nga, di ba, paano ba natin may bibigay or how do we give an example on probability? So, here are examples. So, will COVID-19 pandemic end soon? What do you think? Micaela, Dirag, what do you think? Will
Po.
COVID-19 pandemic end soon?
Opo.
Opo. How sure are you? How certain are you in that? How will you write that in fraction? For example, if you're going to rate that, how will you rate that in fraction or in percent? How many percent are you that the
50% po.
COVID-19 pandemic ends soon?
50% po.
50%. Okay, so pwede natin sabihin that 50% that the COVID-19 will end soon. Okay, how about this? Will be the next president, who will be the next president of the Philippines? Tanungin natin si Elborno. Elborno, who will be the next president of the Philippines? So, in your own opinion, who will be the next president of the Philippines? Of course, nanonood ka naman siguro ng mga balita, di ba? So, sa tingin mo,
Hindi po ako masyado nanonood ng news eh.
ay, hindi siya masyadong nanonood ng news. Sino kaya ang pinakamagandang karakter sa ML? Ay, saan napunta tayo sa ML, no? Hindi siya nanonood
Si
ng news.
Pacquiao, sir.
Si Pacquiao daw ngayon. Tanungin na lang natin ngayon si Jasmine Minga. Baka nanonood si Jasmine Minga ng news. Jasmine, who do you think will be the next president of the Philippines?
Sir, madami pwede maging president eh.
Okay, give one.
Rojas po.
Si Rojas. Now, if you are going to rate them in percent, what percent that Rojas will be the next president?
50% po.
So, 50%. Okay, 50% din. O halimbawa, magbigay ka pa ng isa.
Sir,
Sabi mo marami, di ba? O magbigay ka pa ng isa.
Grace po.
Si Grace po. Now, how about Grace po compared to Rojas? How will you rate Grace po?
50% din po.
50% din. No? Dalawa na lang sila, 50% din siya. Sa tingin mo, between Rojas and Grace po, sino sa kanila ang nakakalamang? Halimbawa, silang dalawa lang yung maglalaban sa presidente.
Grace po.
So, sa tingin mo dyan, who is somehow surely to be president sa kanilang dalawa? Hindi niya masabi, basta 50% din daw. Diba ganun? O halimbawa, kung magbigay ako, halimbawa, ang next president natin ay sino ba? Si Isko Moreno. O, halimbawa, si Isko Moreno magiging next president. How will you rate that?
80% po.
Okay, si Isko Moreno daw ay 80%. So, ibig sabihin, sino yung malapit-lapit? Si Isko Moreno. So, we can rate that by putting percent or somehow fraction in order to express our idea in probability, di ba? O how about this? Will it rain tomorrow? Will it rain tomorrow? Justin, Dulya? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir? So, how do you rate that?
50%.
50% of chances. Okay, so correct. Pwede rin. What is the next trending video or news in the next few days? So, what do you think?
BTS Butter.
Yun, yung BTS. Trending na nga siya ngayon, di ba? No? Trending na siya. So, ano yun? So, ibig sabihin, the next trending video or news in the next few days is the BTS, yung bagong album nila, no? So, how sure are you? How do you rate that?
100%.
100% talaga, ganon? 100% talaga yon. Okay. How about this? What will I wear tomorrow?
T-shirt and shorts.
T-shirt and jeans.
T-shirt and jeans, sabi niya. So, yun, pwede, no? Paano kung halimbawa, madumi pala yung t-shirt and jeans, di ba? So, how will you rate that?
30%.
So, 30%. Okay, yan. So, pwede yan. So, we can put that in percent or in fraction in order to express the possibility that the things or the event will happen. Will I pass my Math 8 subject? Tanungin natin si Mary Claire. Mary Claire, will I pass my Math 8 subject?
No.
No. Why? So,
I
bakit
think
no?
Um,
What percent?
0%.
0% talaga. Grabe naman to si Mary Claire. So, hindi niya daw may papasa. Bakit kaya? Huwag kang mag-alala. Mag-aaral tayo para maipasa mo yan. Ay, tanungin kaya natin si Jiro. Cherbo. Will I pass my Math 8 subject? Jiro, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Andiyan daw si Jiro. Okay, so what percent? Kung
I
halimbawa,
think 45, sir. 45%.
grabe naman. Siguro, wag na. Gawin na natin 50%. 50% naman, grabe na. 0%, tsaka 50 to 45%. Ganun ba kahirap yung Math 8 subject? Kaya medyo mahina yung rating natin? Ha? Kaya niyo yan. O eto, how about you? Will my teacher call me for a recitation? What do you think?
20% po.
20%. O alamin natin. Example, halimbawa meron tayong tinatawag na, ito, tignan natin. Saan na to? Ayan, tignan nga natin kung ano yung chances na matatawag natin si Jalen. Nakita nyo to? O try natin. Tanungin natin si Jalen. O, yan. Sino tatanungin natin? Si Pampulme. Okay, Pampulme. Will you pass your Math 8 subject?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. O another, magtanong ulit tayo. O si Diaz. Diaz. Are you there? Connecting ba, Diaz? Nasaan na si Diaz? Ay, parang nawawala, disconnected. Kanina nandito siya, ngayon wala na. Okay, o tanongin ulit natin. Hanap tayo ng ibang tatanungin. Si Garubillo. Garubillo, nandiyan ka ba?
Opo.
Yes, Garubillo. Will you pass your Math 8 subject?
Yes, sir.
How will you rate it?
30% po.
Yes, sir. Tapos 30% lang. Ang baba naman nun. Taas-taasan nyo naman. Okay. Sige, last one. Si Minga. Minga, are you there? Connected pa?
Yes po, sir.
Ay, how about you, Minga? Will you pass your Math 8 subject?
Yes po.
Yes. How do you rate it?
60% po.
60%? Okay, yan. At least maganda-ganda. Mataas-taas yun. 60%, di ba? Okay. So, ngayon. So, before we continue, let us have this video on probability. So, panoorin natin. Panoorin natin to, ha? Okay, so ito na may isa.
Few moments later.
Okay, so, yun. Narinig niyo ako?
Opo.
Ayan. So, we learned from the video about probability. Diba? So, ano ba yung tinatawag nating probability? So, let us define probability. So, yan. Pakibasa nga. Very clear? Probability?
Probability is a branch of mathematics considered with analyzing the chances of particular event will occur. Its purpose is to attempt to predict the likelihood that something will or will not happen.
Okay, as explained on the video, yan yung tinatawag nating probability. It is likelihood that something will or will not happen. Diba? So that is what we call the impossible or certain or possible. Yung even chance natin dito, meron tayong tinatawag na probability of a line. Probability of a line is an illustration of chances using lines. So pinapakita natin ito. Like for example, in a line graph, meron tayong tinatawag na impossible, may even chance, ito yung possible natin, and we have certain. So which is 100% sure tayo. In percent form, we have 0%, we have 25%, which is unlikely, and 75% that is closer to likely, or yung certain natin, which is 100%. And the possible is 50%. So in decimal form, meron naman tayong 25, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, and 1. As well as in fraction form, we have 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1. So ang tawag sa graph na to ay probability of the line. So kung isusulat natin at papakita natin yan using a line, so ito yung tinatawag na probability of a line. Which is, yung sabi nga kanina, di ba? So meron tayong between 0 and 1. So 0, ito, between 0 and 1. So hindi pwedeng less than 0 or hindi pwedeng greater than 1 yung probability natin. So it is between 0 and 1. So we have, kapag nandito siya, 25% that is unlikely. And then pagka naman 75% is likely. And then yung nasa gitna natin is 50%, which is possible. Ito yung possible natin. Okay? So makikita natin, so ano ba yung tinatawag na under probability? There are different terms that we need to remember para mas maintindihan natin kung ano ba yung probability. Una, meron tayong tinatawag na experiment. Experiment is a repeatable procedure with a set of possible result. Take notes, ha? Isulat ka. Again, experiment is a repeatable procedure with a set of possible result. Tandaan niyo yan, ha? Okay, so halimbawa nga, yung flipping a coin, a 10 peso coin, which is as a result of head and tail. So, in-explain na yun sa video kanina, di ba? So, using a coin, using a die. So, kapag ka nag-flip tayo ng coin, so there are two possible result, which is it can be head or it can be tail. While when we roll a die, so meron naman siyang 6 na possible result, di ba? So, which is pwedeng maging 1, pwedeng maging 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So, yan yung mga result natin dun sa tinatawag nating experiment. So, tandaan, kung gusto nating makita ang mga possible result dun sa ating probability, we conduct some trial or experiment na sinasabi natin. Okay, another term that we need to remember is the event. Okay, pakibasa nga tong event na to. Basa. Ella, pakibasa nga, event. What is event?
Event is one or more outcomes of an experiment.
Okay. So, event is one or more outcome of an experiment. Katulad halimbawa nung we flip a coin, di ba? So, getting ahead from flipping a 10 peso coin is an event. Dahil nakakuha tayo. Pwede rin naman yung tinatawag na rolling a 5-dot slide on a die. So, nakuha natin yung 5 when we roll a die. That is an example of event. Or picking your name in a raffle draw, yung ginawa natin kanina. Diba? So, sa wheel of name, pwede rin yun. So, what is the event na makikita natin? So, yun. And then, how about outcome? So, Micaela, Dirag, pakibasa nga yung outcome natin.
Outcome is the possible result of an experiment.
Is the possible result of an experiment. So, yung result kanina, when we flip a coin, is an event. Ngayon, yung possible result na yun, doon sa kinandak nating experiment, ay tinatawag naman nating outcome. Diba? Getting ahead, after flipping a coin, getting 3 in a die, picking a king of cards, in a deck of cards, yan, yung mga outcome na tinatawag natin. Take note, so pwede nyo screenshot yan or isulat sa notebook nyo. You need to remember that different terms that is related to probability, so you can use it later on. Okay, how about sample space? Sam, Abit, sample space.
Sir,
Okay, basa, sample space.
sample space is the set of all possible outcomes.
Yan, tandaan nyo mabuti ha. Sample space is the set of all possible outcome. Example, head and tail on a 10 peso coin. So, yan yung mga sample space. Halimbawa, ano pang meron sa 10 peso coin? Merong head, tsaka merong coin. So, sample space ang tawag doon. Kasi yun yung possible outcome na pwedeng lumabas. Katulad halimbawa, doon sa naglagay tayo halimbawa ng different fruits sa isang basket. Halimbawa, meron tayong mga different fruits doon. Naglagay tayo ng 2 banana. So, we have 2 banana. So, meron tayong 3 orange and 5 apples. So, ilan yung sample space doon sa fruit of basket? Again, 2 banana, 3 orange, and 5 apples. Ilan yung sample space na meron tayo doon sa fruit of basket?
10 po.
Yes, correct. That is 10. Kasi, you're going to sum up all the possible outcome na pwede nating makuha doon sa fruit of basket. Halimbawa, katulad din yung nasa video kanina, di ba, yung marble. So, may 1 marble na white, may 3 green marble, at may 7 na yellow marble. So, ganun yun. Sample space natin yun. Okay? So, sample ito, yung head and tail on a 10 peso coin. Kasi yun lang naman talagang meron sa coin, di ba? Head and tail. Wala naman, meron ba doon sa gitna na body? Di ba? Wala naman. So, when you flip a coin, dalawa lang ang possible na lumabas, head tsaka tail. And that is what we call sample space. Now, to get the probability of a certain event, one must follow the observation that the number of favorable outcome must be divided by the number of possible outcome. Ayun. So, in symbol, ito yung formula natin. Pwede natin isulat yan. In short, isulat na probability of event is equal to number of event over the number of sample. Yan. Event and sample. Kaya halimbawa, doon sa 10 peso coin, so pwede siyang masulat na probability of event na pwede siyang maging head over 2 kasi dalawa yon. So pwede rin siyang maging probability of event, pwede rin naman siyang maging tail over 2. Or in fraction, that is 1 over 2. Kasi isang head lang sa isang 10 peso coin, tsaka isang tail lang sa 10 peso coin. Pero it can be written as 1/2 or 50%. Okay, so yan yung formula na pwede natin gamitin. Tandaan niyo yan, ha? Okay, consider this situation. Joel picks a card in a deck of cards. What is the probability that the card he picked is a spade of cards? So how many cards do we have in a deck of cards?
52.
Yes, so meron tayong standard deck of cards which is 52. Kasama siyempre yung joker, ano? So, meron tayong 13 clubs, we have 13 spades, we have 13 hearts, and we have 13 diamonds. So, yan, yung mga nagbabaraha dyan. Now, sabi dito, what is the probability that the card he picks is a spade of cards? Now, let us analyze the situation in a deck of cards. It has 52 cards, all in all. One deck is composed of four houses, namely heart, clover, diamond, and spade. Each house has 13 set of cards. So, makikita nyo dito. So, bawat isang set yan ay may 13 set. Therefore, our favorable outcome, which is to pick a spade card, has 13 possible. Kasi ito yun, meron tayong 13 spade card. So, while the number of possible outcome is the total number of cards in a deck. So, therefore, kung isusulat natin yan in fraction, which is ito yung mga possible na pwede nating makuha. That is, yung ace of spade up to king of spade. And that is 13. Diba? Kung isusulat natin yan, so meron tayong tinatawag na 13 over 52. Ayan. Siyempre, i-reduce natin yan sa lowest term. So, anong lowest term yan? In fraction. 13 over 52. 1?
1%.
1/4. Okay, so 1/4. Ayan. Okay, paano pa nakuha yung 1/4? Baka nalilito si classmate. Paano nakuha yung 1/4?
I-reduce po sa lowest term.
So, yung sinimplify po.
O, paano natin si-simplify ito? Kasi baka hindi alam ni classmate kung paano nagsi-simplify sa fraction. Gagawin natin, i-divide natin to saan?
Denominator.
Denominator? Ano yun? G?
GCF.
Yan. So, divide natin.
Greatest common factor.
Divide natin, di ba? Saan natin siya i-divide? Yung GCF niya.
So 13 and 20.
Okay, so 13. Ayan, 13 divide 13, the answer is 1. 52 divide 13, the answer is 4. That's why we get 1/4. Now, in decimal, what is the equivalent? Decimal of 1/4. Equivalent decimal
25.
0.25.
25.
Now, in fraction, in percent, that is equivalent to
25%.
25%. Okay, very good. So, ayan. Ayan ngayon. That is the possibility or the probability that we get the card, that we pick a spade card on a deck of cards. Okay, may question? Yes? Do you have any question?
Wala po.
Wala na po.
So, about this, tayo natin, meron naman tayong tinatawag. Another is yung probability table natin. Probability table. It is a visual or organizational tool used especially in probability distribution. To illustrate the probabilities in a table form, so meron tayong tinatawag na intersection inside the table are the outcomes. For example, maglalagay tayo. Parang meron tayo dito tinatawag na vertical line tsaka yung horizontal. Or in geometry, ang tawag yan, the x-axis and then the y-axis. And then yung ating intersection, yun yung outcomes natin using probability table. For example, Joel is planning to go out and buy some goods in the market. He looks in his closet on what he will wear. And he has one black jeans and one blue jogger pants for his upper garments. He has 3 shirts with different colors, the red, blue, and the white. in how many ways he can choose from his clothes, then show your combination through the probability table. So sabi, di ba, meron siya. Sa kanyang pants, may black jeans siya. Sulat natin dito. Pwede rin naman magkabaliktad doon na kung saan dito natin isusulat yung jeans natin sa y-axis at yung mga shirt natin dito. Pwedeng magkabaliktad yan. Kasi the important thing is the intersection nung dalawa. Okay, yung black jeans, then blue jogger. For example, anong combination? Magkakaroon muna tayo ng combination. Black jeans, i-combine natin sa red shirt. So meron siyang tinatawag na black jeans and red shirt. Black jeans, i-convert naman natin sa blue shirt. Ayan yung outcome niya, yung mga intersection na yan. Then black jeans, i-combine naman natin sa white shirt. So meron na tayo ditong 3. May blue jogger pa. So yung blue jogger, i-convert din natin sa red shirt. And then blue shirt, i-convert natin sa blue jogger. Yan. And then meron tayong white shirt, i-convert natin sa blue jogger. So yan. So kaya yung combination na pwede niyang isuot, so yun kasi yung tinatanong, di ba? So ano yung mga combination? So what are the combination na pwede niyang isuot? So pwede siyang magsuot ng black jeans plus red shirt. Pwede rin siyang magsuot ng black jeans by blue shirt. Pwede rin siyang magsuot ng black jeans and white shirt. And so on. Ito rin, yung mga nasa combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, ibig sabihin, yun na yun. Sabi dito, in how many ways? Ilan daw? Meron tayong 6. Meron tayong 6 ways na pwede niyang isuot. 6 combination na pwede niyang isuot. Galing sa kanyang closet. Diba? So, galing doon sa kanyang closet na may black jeans, blue jogger, and the 3 color of shirt. Okay, may question?
Wala po.
Wala. Pwede rin yan sa pwede rin yan sa mga iba. For example, sa pagkain. Pwede rin sa drinks. Yung combination na pwede. So, mamaya makikita natin. Okay, so let us proceed. Ayan. So, ito. Aside from that, meron din tayong 3 diagram. So, 3 diagram. So, what is 3 diagram? A 3 diagram is used as a tool to help calculate and provide a visual representation of probabilities. The outcomes of a certain event can be found at the end of each branch in the 3 diagram. Example, ito. Ito yung ating example. Ang time days, Monday and Tuesday, the viands, and then the drinks. Okay, for example, Joel is thinking about his lunch for 2 days. Whenever he stays at home, help him decide the set of food he will eat. Take note, Joel does not want to repeat his food intake each day. Hindi, ayaw niya nang uulitin, ha? Maarte kasi yan si Joel. Maarte talaga yan. So, how many ways he can choose from the option he has? So, we're going to make a 3 diagram. So, 3 diagram ang gagawin natin. Okay, here is the illustration. Okay, look at the illustration. So makikita natin dito, meron tayong Monday and meron tayong Tuesday. And then, nauna yung nilagay natin ha. So, nauna yung days natin. Pagkatapos yung viand natin, which is pansit and adobo. So, pansit and adobo. Then, sumunod na yung drinks. Ito, yung pansit and adobo. Tapos, yung combination ng drinks naman. Sa pansit and adobo, meron tayong coffee, tea. So, yan yung combination natin. At ito yung mga possible result ng combination na meron. Sa Monday, meron siyang pansit, then coffee. Then sa Monday, pwede siyang pansit, then tea. Sa Monday, meron siyang pansit, then soft drinks. Then sa Monday, meron siyang pansit, then chocolates. Walang naulit. Pansit coffee, pansit tea. Walang naulit na combination, ha? So, kasi sabi mo, sir, walang naulit. Puro pansit yan. Siyempre, sa pansit lang yun doon, di ba? Pero yung combination niya, walang naulit. So, pansinin nyo. So, with the 3 diagram, you can clearly see how many combinations there are each day. So, Joel has 8 options or combination to choose from. There are 2 days he stay at home, meaning there are 16 combinations or possibilities involved. So makita nyo sa isang araw pa lang, ito, yung may orange, sa isang araw pa lang, meron siyang 8 combination na pwede niyang kainin. And then sa Tuesday, meron uli siyang 8 combination na pwede niyang kainin. Sa isang araw, wala siyang inulit na pagkain. So yan. Sa Monday, walang inulit na combination ng pagkain. So magkakaiba siya. So makita natin yan. Yan yung tinatawag nating tree diagram. That is another way to show the probabilities or the combination in probabilities. Okay, are we clear for that? So may question ba? May question?
Wala na po.
Any violent reaction? Kung merong gustong tanong para malinawan, ha? Huwag mahihiya para, pag natin iwan, so naintindihan yung tree diagram. Okay, so let us proceed. Halimbawa, ito. Rosario is ordering a milk tea. She could have a small, medium, or large milk tea. She has a choice of winter melon, Okinawa, or salted caramel. How many different choice of milk tea can she say? So ayan. For example, pakita natin, using tree diagram, si Rosario. Rosario. Ayan. Meron siyang 1, 2, 3. Ano yun? That is the small, medium, then large. Ayan. Tree diagram yung ginagamit natin. Sabi, meron siyang 4 choice. Winter melon, Okinawa, or salted. 3 lang pala. So, winter melon, Okinawa, or salted caramel. So, ibig sabihin sa small, 1, 2, 3. Meron siyang small winter melon, meron siyang small Okinawa, and then meron siyang small salted caramel. Okay. So, small pa lang yun. Sa medium, meron din siya uling medium winter melon. Meron siyang small Okinawa. Ay, medium pala. And then we have medium salted caramel. Then sa large, meron siya uling winter melon. Then meron siyang Okinawa. And then meron siyang salted caramel. Okay, the question, how many different choice of milk tea can she have? Ilan daw yan? Count.
12?
Ilan?
12 po.
12 po.
2. Ito yung combination, no? Small winter melon. So, kung isusulat natin yan, ang combination niya is small winter melon.
9 po.
Ayan, meron tayo small Okinawa. Then meron siyang small, then salted caramel. So, ayan. And then ganun din dito sa kabila. So, ilan lahat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9 po.
9 po.
Meron
9.
siyang 9 choices of milk tea. Okay, naintindihan ba yung tinatawag nating tree diagram kung paano yung pinapakita?
Opo.
Okay. So, very good. So, let us now proceed. Okay, so yon. Kanina nakita nyo, sinulat ko doon sa dulo. Ang tawag naman doon ay systematic listing, yung combination. Isusulat lang natin yung combination na nakuha natin doon sa tree diagram natin. Kahit doon sa table natin, pwede rin natin isulat. Sulat natin yung mga intersection. So, pag isinulat natin yon, yung mga combination na yon, ang tawag naman natin doon ay systematic listing. So, what is systematic listing? A systematic listing is another tool used to organize or represent the outcomes of an event in a systematic manner through listing. It is done to make sure that no possible outcome is missed out. The simple braces is used to enclose all possible outcome in an event. All outcomes are separated by comma using the same problem in tree diagram method. So, the same lang. Sa tree diagram method, pati doon sa table, pwede yung listing na yan. Kasi sa table, kuhay lang natin intersection, then be right. Ang tawag doon ay systematic listing. Using the same problem and tree diagram method, let us try to illustrate the number of possibility using systematic listing. So, ito yun. Ito na yung kanina. Diba? To finalize, makikita natin yung sa ating Monday, pancit coffee, diba? Then, Monday, pancit tea, yung combination, sinulat natin. That is, lahat ng combination natin, makikita nyo, is enclosed by the braces. Ito, yung open braces, then yung closed braces. So, kung titingnan nyo, ito yung mga combination natin, enclosed by parentheses, and then bibilangin nyo lang kung ilan meron tayong outcome. Doon natin makikita. So, ang tawag dyan, when we list down, of course, list down all possible combination or outcomes. So, ang tawag natin dyan ay systematic listing. Please take note of the symbol used. The braces symbol should only be used once in an event to separate the many outcome in an event. Okay? So, ito yan. Makita nyo. So, parentheses can be used to group them other than the comma as separator. But it's in case simple outcome, comma as separator. Kung konti lang yung outcome, so comma na lang yung separator natin. Yun tayo gagamit ng tinatawag natin parentheses. Okay, is that clear? Uy, disconnected lahat.
Opo.
May question?
Opo, sir.
Wala
Ayan.
na po.
Response, connected pa rin tayo. Baka na-disconnect na tayo eh. Okay, so let us continue. Okay, game on probability. So, sagutan lang natin to. Okay, let us answer this. Place unlikely, somewhat likely, likely, very likely, or certain. That is other term lang naman ang tinatawag natin. Possible, impossible, and certain. Okay, number 1. Based on how poorly the interview went it is, ano yung missing natin? It is
Unlikely.
Unlikely.
to get a job. Unlikely you will get. Okay, number 2. Since it is very hot outside,
It is unlikely that it will snow.
ayun, unlikely that will snow. O, tama eh, hangin-init, mag-snow pa. Number 3, since I was very sick last night,
Likely.
likely, okay, that I will go to doctor likely. Okay, he performed well in his sport. It is
Very
Certain.
certain that his team will win today. Certain. He performed well in his sport. It is certain that his team will win today. Number 5. There is armed conflict in their places. It is
Unlikely.
unlikely that they will peaceful. Okay, so how about this? Okay, so we're going to have group activity. So meron tayo dito 1 to 4. So I'm going to divide you in 4 groups. Okay? So divide natin yan. So magkaroon na lang tayo mag-assign na lang ako ng either temporary. So meron tayong
Sir,
sa group
di
1
ba
natin.
po may groupings po tayo?
Sir, di ba po
ML po yung name.
Oo, meron doon. Kaso lang yung mga iba kasi wala doon. Yung mga iba ay absent, di ba? So baka magkaroon tayo ng hindi equal na na member sa bawat group. Kaya ang gawin natin, so since ilan tayo dito, meron tayo siguro mga 4 each group. So 4 each group. So mag-assign na lang tayo. So for group 1, so ang maging team leader muna natin is si Micaela Dirag. Sa group 2 ay si Ishi. Sa group 3 si Pablo. And then sa group 4 is si Mary Claire Mendez. Okay? So ngayon, ayan. So kuha kayo ng mga 3 member. So dapat sa bawat isang group ay 4 lang kayo doon. So here's the link.
Sir,
Yes.
ano po, kami po yung pipili ng grupo namin.
So Pwede namang ako na lang. Yan. Halimbawa, sa grupo ni Pablo, si Justin Dulya, si Syra Gubalane, take note and Dennis Pampulme. Okay, kay Pablo yan Justin Lay Dulya, Syra Gubalane, and Dennis Pampulme. Kayo ay na kay Pablo. And then para kay Lirag, si Ella Bendiro, si Ish Elborno, and then si Jasmine Minga. Okay? And then para kay Ishi, si Jiro, Sherbo, Maning, Talon. And the rest kay Mary Claire. Okay. Question ba? May question ba doon? Okay. Nalagay ko yung
Wala
link.
po, sir.
Lagay ko yung link. Okay, sa'yo na. Wala pa dito sa group 1. Wala pa ako nakikita pumapasok sa group 1.
Sir, padayin po.
Saan kayo pasok?
Sir, pa-join po sa group 3.
Sa group 3?
Opo.
Di ba automatic na nag-join? Kailangan pang i-accept. Gege.
Ayun.
Okay? May na?
Wala po si
Rinig
Pablo.
na ako.
Pati si Dennis.
Oo,
Tawagin nyo na
naasma ko si
sila.
Pablo.
Tawagin nyo na sila.
Pablo, pumasok ka na.
Pasok na and then,
Ayun.
ayan.
Ano si Dennis?
Okay, tingnan nyo natin yung gagawin nyo sa number 1. Para sa group 1, ito lang sa number 1. Tingnan nyo sa main room yung ating Okay. Tingnan nyo, o kaya ka-copy-paste ko na rin sa sa chat box ng each group para hindi nyo nababalikan dito.
Sir, kailangan po ba ng PowerPoint presentation para po dyan?
Much better kung konti lang naman yan. So, pag-usapan nyo. Sa group 1,
Okay po.
i-paste ko rito yung Ayan yung problem nyo. Nagutan. So, mag-prepare ng PowerPoint. Mas maganda para may present nyo. Kasi ipipresent nyo yan. Okay, so yan mga problem nyo. Nasa chat box
May mag-open mic kayo.
Sige, pag-usapan nyo, discuss, and then prepare a presentation kung paano nyo sinagutan.
Tayo lang dalawa ba to?
Sige, okay lang yan. Kahit dalawa lang kayo, baka mahina yung net.
Ay, Marvin.
Mahina yung net nila.
Jay is playing card together.
Sir, nag-e-echo po ata.
Sir, pakipatay mo muna ng mic nyo.
Mic ko?
Opo.
Okay. Wait lang. Send pa ako ng Okay, kailangan may presentation kayo, Group 3.
Opo. Gumagawa na po.
Group 4, so prepare na presentation. So pwede kayo mag-open cam para makita ko yung mga member ko nandyan. Mag-open cam kayo kasi kayo lang naman nandyan sa member na yan,
Oh my God. Sir, papatay po muna ng mic nyo dun sa pinaka-main na meet kasi nag-e-echo po.
Nag-e-echo pa rin. Tinanggal ko na yun.
Hindi pa yung sa mismong meet natin po.
Gumagawa pa lang po.
Kung nahihirapan kayo sa PowerPoint, pwedeng i-drawing na lang sa papel, ha? Tapos pakita na lang mamaya sa cam.
Okay.
Few moments later.
So everybody, go back to the main room. Out na tayo dun sa ating mga group room. Balik na rito. Nasaan na si Mary Claire? Nasaan na si Mary Claire?
Sir, wait lang po. Ayaw po kasi mag-share screen.
Ayaw ma-share screen?
Opo.
Okay, try mo lang. Present now. Tapos enter screen mo na lang. Ayan, okay. Ay, si Sam Abit. Si Sam Abit pa mag-share screen? Okay, so ayan na. Sige, go. Now, please discuss. How do you get that?
So, good morning. Good morning po, sir. And good morning,
good morning.
classmate. Ito po yung report namin. So, yung na-assign po sa amin na question is number 4, which is, if there is 5 yellow colored balls, 2 green, and 3 red balls in jar, what is the probability of a ball chosen is a yellow ball? So, ito po yung naging solution namin sa pagkukuha ng probability. Yung decimal po is 0.5 and our solution is we divided it to 50 and 100 po. Kaya po nakuha namin is 0.5 and our percentage po is 50% kasi po linipat lang po namin yung point to the right 2 times.
Okay, very good. So I will give 5 claps para sa grupo ni Mary Claire Mendez. Okay, next. Si Justin. Justin, ayan, ang isang napakatapang natin. Mag-isa lang siya sa group 1. Justin Lay.
Sir,
O sige, pakita mo yung ginawa mo sa amin.
wait lang, sir.
Share screen.
Enter. Cheers. Nakikita na po.
Yes. Yes, meron ng presenting. Yan.
Ayan po. Good morning, everyone. I'm Justin Ledoya, and I'm the only one member of Group 1. And here's my presentation. The assigned task that Sir Roberto assigned to me is, if you have 10 socks in your drawer and 8 of them are yellow and 2 of them are black, if you close your eyes and pick one, what is your chance that you will get yellow socks? So these are the tables. Socks, we have...
Excuse me po.
Yes, Micaela?
Kasi po, sa pagkakaalam ko po, kami po yung group 1.
Okay lang yan, Micaela. Mamaya susunod ka. Kasi kanina wala kayo dun sa sa group 1. So, ibig sabihin may nag-iba kayo na Susunod yung report mo, yung ginawa mo, ha? Yan muna natin si Justin. Okay?
Sir,
Yes, continue, Justin.
wait lang po sir. Same po kami ng sir,
Okay lang
ng
yun.
question po.
Oo. Sige, okay lang.
Okay po.
Okay.
So I create a table which is socks has 2 types, which is the black and the yellow, and the fraction of socks is 2 over 10 because all of the socks has 10 and yellow is 8 over 10, and I lowest term it. So the lowest term of black socks is 1/5 and the lowest term of yellow socks is 2/5. So the answer is there are 40% or zero point 0.4 that you can choose yellow socks, while the black socks is just only 20% or zero point 0.2. So that means you can possibly choose yellow socks than black socks. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much, Justin. Okay, next natin si Micaela Shane, yung group ni Micaela. Sorry, sorry Shane kasi kanina yung sa group ng Google Meet group, wala kasi dun sa group 1. Kaya sabi ko kay Justin, puntahan dun sa group 1 para may tao dun. Parang hindi kasi kayo pumasok dun sa meet natin. Okay, ngayon meron na kayo nagawa. Please present your work. Share screen lang, Micaela.
Sir, may technical problem po kami. Hindi po umaano po yung ginagawa ko pong PowerPoint. Pwede po ba may mauna po muna sa akin? Sorry po.
Sige. Next muna natin si Pablo. Pablo? Pablo, share screen.
Nag-report pa mag-isa.
Pablo? Hello? Ayun. Ayan.
Good morning, teacher. Good morning, classmate. This is the report of Group 3. Jay is playing card together with his friend Kaloy. He is asked to pick a red card. What is the probability that his red card can be picked by Jay? A standard deck has 52 cards. Has 26 black cards, 26 red cards. Our outcome pick a red card has 26 possible results. 26 over 52. 1/2 equal decimal 0.5%, 50%. That's all. Thank you po.
Okay, very good. So, ang gaganda ng mga pinipresent nila, pati yung kay Justin, kay Ilam Healthcare, meron silang mga output. Sunod natin muna si Ishi, kasi yung kay Shane, may technical problem pa daw sila. Ishi?
Opo, sir, pipresent po.
Okay.
Nakikita na po ba yung screen ko?
Yes, ito na.
Kalimutan ko po mag-on mic.
Okay, ulit. Nakalimutan daw mag-unmute.
Good morning, everyone, and here is the presentation of group number 2. Here are the members: Kate Ann Maning, Maven Talod, Jules Shervo, and Ishi Francesca San Juan. And here are our tasks. Jala feels hungry after doing paperworks in school. She calls for a food delivery guy. She orders a value meal which includes 1 protein dish, 1 carbohydrates-rich food, and 1 drink. The available foods in the store are chicken fillet and beef steak for protein dish, spaghetti and macaroni for carbohydrates, rich food, and juice or tea for the drinks. And here is the 3 diagram. For 1 protein dish is chicken, and 1 carbohydrate rich food is spaghetti, and 1 drink is for the tea. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Ang ganda ng mga presentation nila. Okay, and last one, si Micaela Lirad. Okay na ba?
Opo, sir. Magpe-present na po.
Okay.
Nagsha-share na po.
Yes, ayan na.
Good morning, everyone. I am Michaela Shin Lirag. Um, I am Michaela Shin Lirag, the reporter of Group 1. Group 1 consists of members Ella Benlira, Ish Elborna, and Jasmine Minga. If you have 10 pairs of socks in your drawer and 8 of them are yellow and 2 of them are black, if you close your eyes and pick one, what is your chance that you may choose a yellow one? If we have 10 pairs of socks and 8 of it are yellow, then 2 are black. If you close your eyes, there's a possibility of 80% that you'll pick a black one. Number of favorable outcomes are 10. Number of possible outcomes are oh, Number of favorable outcomes are 8 and number of possible outcome are 10. We simplify that as 4 over 5 and we'll get 80%. In decimal form, we'll get 0.8 and in percent, we'll get 80%. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So bibigyan ko ng 10 claps lahat ng groups kasi ang gagaling nyo. Okay, thank you sa inyong pagpapresent. Ang galing naman ng mga presentation. Talo pa yung presentation ni Sir. Diba? Okay, so share screen ako. Ayan. So, balik tayo dito. So, yun nga, yung mga work ng mga classmate. Magaling. So, ganun yung ating mga nakuha, no? So, patuloy natin. Patuloy natin. So, let us answer this. Write true or false if the statement. Write if the statement is proven true and next if it is false. Number 1. Okay. Rolling 2 dice has a sample space of 36. True or false? Okay, anybody?
False.
False.
False. Okay, number 2. Sample space is equivalent to the number of favorable outcomes. True or false? Jasmine?
False.
False
No?
po.
False.
That is true. Okay, number 3. Fundamental counting principle is used to determine directly the probability of an event.
True.
Okay, number 4. The method of counting using probability table is used when there are 3 or more categories to consider.
True.
True.
True. Number 5. Multiplication is the operation used in fundamental counting.
False.
That is true. A. Okay, that is true. Nawala yung slide ko dun sa hindi ko na-discuss yung fundamental counting. Okay, anyway, yung fundamental counting, so by the way, ito yung pinakamadali sa lahat. So, nawala yung slide, na-delete yata yung slide ko dun sa fundamental counting. So, paano ba yung tinatawag nating fundamental counting? So, that is only multiplying. So, multiplying data. For example, meron tayo dun sa ating, balikan natin tong example. Halimbawa, ito. So kung babalikan natin tong example, yung illustration na to, sa fundamental counting, all you need to do is to multiply. How many days? Example, how many days is 2? So, and then meron tayong variance natin ay 2. And then meron tayo ditong 4. So, yung variance natin is pansit, di ba? Pansit and adobo. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, multiply nyo lang yan. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 4 is 16. So that is 16. Okay, yan yung sagot. Tignan nyo, there are 16 combination possible. So ganun lang yung gagawin natin. So mumultiply lang natin. So sa fundamental count. Okay, so parang sa ganito lang din, yung okay, halimbawa dito naman, so dito, meron tayong 2 genes, tignan nyo to, meron tayong 2 genes, then multiply by 3 short, so 2 times 3, the answer is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So nakuha nyo, yun yung tinatawag nating fundamental counting. That is the most easiest way or the most easy step in finding the probability or the combination of the probability in an event. So you just multiply. Patulad na, 2 times 3, the answer is 6. So meron tayong 6. Ganun din yung ginawa ko niya. So nawala yung slide ko. Para dyan. So, set tayo dito. So meron tayong tinatawag na Google Me. So that is our evaluation for today. So I'm going to send this on our Google Classroom para masagutan nyo. So ayan. So naka-Google Forms yan. Sagutan nyo lang. So doon nyo na lang sagutan. Okay? So let's apply it. Now let us evaluate of what you have learned in this topic. So I want you to think of a situation, one only, where you can apply or see the concept of chances or probability in your daily encounters. At home, or while you are in social media or online, so capture that situation using your phone camera, then send it personally through the messenger to your teacher. Include a caption of the photo explaining or telling how probability works at your photo in case you do not have any phone to use. You may draw that situation you are thinking on the thin paper. You may add colors to bring more life to your output. Include also caption that talks about your drawing or arts. Okay, so that will your assignment, ha? So assignment to, so screenshot nyo na. Assignment niyan, ayan yung gagawin nyo, ha? Okay, now, screenshot ito because this part is your assignment. Now, I want you to explain the code. The most important thing in life is to stop saying, I wish, and start saying, I will consider nothing is impossible. Then treat possibility as possible. So that will your assignment. So, gawin niyo yan, and then i-apply, i-send nyo rin yan sa app. Through Messenger, pwede na rin. And through Google Classroom, pwede. Okay, may question ba?
Wala na.
Okay, so here to end up our lesson. So, life is too short to waste a single day. Grudge are ways of perfect happiness. Laugh when you can. Apologize when you should. And let go hatred in your heart. Take chances. Take all the possibility and probability. Take God. Give your best in everything. And have no regret. Learn from every mistake, but never regret. People change and things go wrong. But always remember, life is too short. So life must go on. I want you to remember this and apply it in your daily routine. Okay, for that, thank you for attending our online